Hello creative people, welcome back to my channel. This is Evelyn Green, I am a Spanish illustrator and today I'll be talking about using reference pictures for your illustrations. I really like using references in Procreate because it helps me understand perspective and lighting much better, and I want to show you the 3 most effective ways to use them in Procreate. So let's get into it. Today I want to draw a beautiful butterfly on a flower, and I've got a picture I took years ago in my gallery. So here's the first way to use references, taking advantage of a split view on the iPad. Right now I'm in my gallery, so to use a split view, I'll swipe up from the bottom of the screen with my finger. This will bring up the dog at the bottom. As you can see, I have the option to select Procreate in the dog. I'm going to press and hold the Procreate app icon and then drag it to the right side of the screen, or left if you're left-handed, and this activates a split view. Now I can easily reference my photo in the gallery while I draw in Procreate, and I can also adjust the size of each app by dragging the black divider in the middle. The main advantages of this is that it works great when we're using basic references that do not have loads of detail. It lets you access your references in a super easy way without having to change apps constantly, because it's a method that takes advantage of the built-in iPad features, making it also available to all iPad users. However, a split view reduces the visibility of your canvas by about a third, potentially hindering your drawing experience, which makes complex references with complex detail feel a bit overwhelming when split across the screen. Also, you cannot interact with the reference image when picking colors, which is a bit of a drawback for me. So let's have a look at the second method for using references in Procreate. I'm going to tap the Actions menu icon, which is the one with the wrench symbol located in the top left corner of the screen. Then I'm going to select Add, and then I'm going to tap on Insert a Photo. This option opens your iPad's Photos app directly, allowing you to select the specific photo that you want to use as a reference. Once you've got your picture on the canvas, you only need to adjust its size and you can move it around as much as you want. This is a good method, but here is the problem. I really like posting the time-lapse of my illustrations, but I don't like for the reference picture to show because I want the focus to be on the making of the illustration, and if we add a picture, it shows on our time-lapse. So here's what we can do to fix this. I'm going to rename this reference as Insert Image, as it is the reference image that we have just inserted, and I'm going to move it to the top left corner. Now I am going to insert a private image. So again, I'm going to tap the Actions menu icon on the top left corner of the screen, and then I'm going to select Add, and now instead of selecting Insert a Photo, I'm going to swipe that option to the left. This reveals a hidden option of inserting a private photo. I'm going to tap on it and it will open my iPad Files app, where I can browse and select the image that I want to use as a private reference. Once selected, the image will be imported as a new layer on your canvas, but it will be marked as private, and that means that it won't be visible in your gallery time-lapse recording. To show you that, I'm going to rename this image as Private, and I'll place it on the bottom right corner. Now, if we go to the time-lapse option, you can see the previous regular image that we've inserted previously, but not the private one. So here are the main advantages. Unlike with the split view, the canvas size would not be reduced. You can use personal reference images without being visible in your final artwork or shared accidentally. Also, time lapses won't show the potentially distracting reference image, making your creative process appear smoother in exported videos. You can pick your color easily by holding a finger on the color you want to use from your reference picture. And you can add up as many private pictures as you want, which is very useful to create a kind of inspo wall with all the reference and color palettes that you want to use without having to change apps. The only disadvantage I see is that if you forget a private layer is there, it might be a bit confusing when referencing details in your artwork, but other than that, it is a great way to use references. The last option we have is to use Procreate's built-in reference feature, and here's how we can activate it. I'm going to tap the Actions menu icon again. Remember that it is located on the top left corner of the screen. Then I'll select Canvas and toggle the switch next to Reference to On. This way we'll activate the reference panel. The reference panel will always show what you've got in your canvas by default, but since we've got a reference in the gallery, I'm going to tap the image button within the reference panel. This will open a pop-up window allowing you to choose your reference image. We can adjust the size of our reference panel and our reference picture, and we can move it around easily so it doesn't bother us when we are drawing. So here are the advantages of using the reference feature. The reference panel provides a separate designated space for your reference image, keeping it available without sacrificing canvas size like split view. You can easily manipulate the reference image with gestures of zooming and resizing, allowing for focused referencing of the specific details. And you can easily pick colors from your reference picture by tapping on them. However, while it doesn't cut your canvas in half like a split view, the reference panel still occupies a portion of your screen space, which might be a bit of a concern for artists who prefer a maximized workspace. The effectiveness of the reference panel can also be impacted by the size of your iPad. So if you've got a smaller iPad and you use a reference panel, then your canvas might feel a bit cramped. Also, unlike the private images, you can only use one reference image in your reference panel, which means that if you want to use multiple references using this option, you will have to edit them all in one picture beforehand. Overall, these are my 3 favorite ways of using references, and I would use one or the other depending on the illustration that I'm working on. But tell me, which one do you like best? Do you use reference in Procreate in a different way? Let me know in the comments so we can all learn together. As always, give this video a thumbs up if you find it useful, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more artsy videos every Sunday. If you want to see the illustration I made using the reference picture, head over to my Instagram account where you can find all my illustrations. Have a lovely day and see you in the next video. Bye!